Why has it gotta be cold? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But it means working on this anyways, right? So here we are again. Starting another video off. Car broken. Car fixed. Story of my life at this point. I think we had AD in the Envoy for a day, 2 days, somewhere around there. Trying to not pull the salmon and hold this really heavy hood with my head, but yeah, that sucked. Killed the ADE. Got it fixed by Little Victory Fabco here on YouTube. Great channel, great guy. Truck Doug, fantastic person. Best customer service ever. Builds me a transmission on a deal. I kill it. 2 days later, has it back, blueprints it for me, and does things. I know it's not gonna focus on any of this. Did things to my transmission. I don't even know what they mean. It's just, you know, it's great to have help like that from great people. Don't take my word for the fact that it's in and running now. Let's put that word right here. So yeah, there, you take that as my word. Yeah, so it runs, it drives again. I'm stoked. I did do some stuff off camera that I was talking about in the last video where I got the wastegate merge back in. I did do the dump and the exhaust. Everything is the way I want it to be there. I believe what the issue of me killing the transmission, nothing to do with Doug or him building the transmission, it was actually me being in D4. Very, very aggressive rear brakes, I think, and just a little bit of my tune issue, but now things are sorted out. Clearly it works. That was no boost, barely even tried. And so with that, I want to drop this tank. I want the 450 in. I want to do the Walbro. I want to do my snake eater injectors. And I know it's build season and, you know, it's like racing is over and all that, but I want to try and get my power set up and my tune set up throughout winter. So like that has been said 10 million times already. Walbro 450 install kit. I have all of the fuel stuff, the regulator, all my fittings, and my snake eaters. I have the pigtails, I have everything for it. So why wait? Why not just jack it up? I left it in the backyard for a reason after that burnout, almost in the same spot. I mean, a lot of transmission fluid has been gone through, and I need to go through and clean so much messes up again because solo yanking of a transmission in, you know, an hour and a half, and then getting it dropped off, rebuilt, getting it back in. Yeah, I made a huge mess, but this is a Rambletron that I don't need to be doing anymore. Let's get to some work. gotta fix the screen how it doesn't click back like that, but After that fight we just saw there in the GoPro, she is out. I did just quickly clean this off real quick, and then, I mean, if you're at this point doing something like this on an Envoy or Trailblazer SS Silverado, I'm assuming you know what you're doing. If you don't, and you're using my build guide, or build as a guide, probably not the smartest idea. I don't do things the greatest, but yeah, I mean, flathead screwdriver, piece of metal, lift this tab out of the way with your finger, and then just choose the little square, give that a little smack. I did tape this line, can't even see where I'm going, my hands are so messy. Did tape this so that stays on that side. This kind of stays on that side so I don't mess those up. I believe, obviously electrical connection's out. I do this one-handed without messing up the sender. Hold on. Might set you guys down, not on the gross part. Just like that for a second. Oh, nope.
A few moments later.
Oh yeah, it's just that. That's all it was. It was just this piece of tubing. Make sure I don't kill it. Oh, try and avoid getting any dirt into the tank I can, but where'd that pan go? Do this easy. Oh, that had some gas in it still. That's for sure. Alright, let's get into the shop and check this all out. Rawr, see if you guys will stay there. I think you will. So, excuse the fan in the background. It's annoying as heck, but it's cold and I want to be a little warm. So, got everything over here. No filter sock. Ooh. The old one. It's not really going to want to focus on that, but that guy had seen better days. So we're going to trash that. This was inside of it. Okay, and obviously I've disassembled the bucket a little bit. It's almost like a traditional Silverado bucket. It's a little different from what I've seen pictures of, like a 9903 bucket or whatever. Excuse me. So I went through, I popped the bottom filter out. Let's see. This is obviously the fuel level sensor, so I'm not going to really mess with this part. This is just a float and gets picked up by the fuel level. So this is I want to stay. I've seen a lot of people delete the buckets, but with this being attached for the fuel level sensor, I don't know if this is like a Trailblazer SS type of thing or a Envoy thing only, you know what I mean? But because I've noticed they have some differences than Silverados in some aspects, but other aspects they're really, really similar to a Silverado, like a four-wheel drive Silverado. But this tubing all looked good. The crimps on it and everything looks good. No splits, nothing like that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just cut off the pigtail. I will solder on new pigtail for the 450. Obviously filter to the bottom of the 450, but this is where I think I'm gonna stray from the norm, and I'm gonna just hole saw out the bottom of this a little bit, and then I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna cut that out, and then I'm just gonna stick the Walbro in there, and then I'm just gonna obviously have the sock come out of the bottom, which I like that. And then that way this will sandwich it all down, everything holds it the way I need it to. I can put it all back together. This dinky diddle guy can go away, and we got the 450 in, and then I can move on to the lines and stuff like that. So now I'm gonna go deal with dogs and kids that are making a bunch of noise before I get to do all this. So, yay. Oh boy, another chilly day, but you know what? We're here, we're doing stuff, and that's what matters. So we're finishing off what we started last night. No more fuel pump here. Congratulations me. It's in the tank, but the tank's not in the truck yet because I got to weasel that all back up in there by myself. It's just gonna be fun because getting it out was fun. I'm gonna let that hang out for a minute because I want to do some more productive stuff, and obviously the thumbnail lets that all go as the surprise. We got the snake eaters, we got a 100 micron fuel filter because that's recommended. We have a regulator and all that stuff, and we're going to be deleting a couple things. Starting off with, let's see, down here, if I can get my MSD out of the way, I'm going to get a flashlight in here so we can actually see, but we're going to be deleting the stock truck pressure regulator. We're going to be pulling those lines off and doing some Earl's quick connects on the fitting sides, running all that stuff, new lines, new fittings. Jumping on making all that, getting all that in, the injectors in. Once the snake eaters are in and they're thousands, we have to tune for it. So once the tune's in, then obviously we can actually start upping the boost, shooting for big power, trying to make some fireballs. We got a nice little burnout, obviously, so we'll try to do some more of those too, obviously. I've had a bunch of coffee now to get myself rejuvenated after sitting with the baby all morning and taking care of the kids and their schooling stuff, but time for some work. Time to make this thing fun and get it away from the dogs trying to pee on it when it sits. I don't know if it's the cold or what's going on, but my batteries just keep dying like crazy. This is awesome. Just GoPro battery after GoPro battery, flashlight batteries. Now I'm using my phone. So what we're doing here, some quick connects from Quantum onto the stock fuel lines. Some quick connects to dash 6 for the return. This for the feed was supposed to be an 8, and I screwed up and I got like an 8 orb, I think. Put it in one of these boxes somewhere, but So I scrounged through some of my old fittings, and thankfully from one of my first Turbo LS's I had a dash 6A in fuel system, a feed line, I mean, which was obviously too small. I didn't know what I was doing back then. Non-intercooled 7665s, you know, basically like a Apple meme. It's just terrible. But so now we have the regulator going stock line return to the regulator. I did one of the ICT billet regulator deletes. So now that will be handling the regulator. 100 micron feed is gonna go like this and connect there. This is the return line I made. That will go from there to the regulator. Doing all of this one-handed, terrible. But that leaves it now with the fact that I gotta go through and snug everything up. I threw another GoPro battery in so we can actually go ahead and watch some of this, but to change the height of the injectors, a lot of people would just do some nylon spacers and stuff like that. That's what I did with my first two. This time I decided to do a little fancy and I bought the ICT bolts and spacers, so we'll do that. Throw a little time lapse, quick little footage together. Then I will get the tank back in, and then I'll start messing with the tune, which then we get to fire it back up. And yeah, we'll have a 450 Wally, we'll have 1000cc snake eaters, we'll have all the fuel we need to then start turning the boost up. All I want is 15-ish pounds. I want to make 6 to the tire, somewhere around there, 657, you know. And so for now, a lot of what I have probably won't be enough. We'll probably have to upgrade from there, more boost, more fuel, etc., but that's all progress. We're gonna keep working towards it, and let's get to more of that. Oh boy. Set you guys down, fix the lens, pick you back up and go, oh boy, again. Injector data for the ADEs. I'm exhausted. I've got my butt kicked today, like hardcore. The AC lines make it so getting the rail up was just a pain in the butt. I just left the wires like that for right now because then I was having issues with trying to get the solder right, and it just, and this side was a pain in the butt too, and it just, everything was a pain in the butt. I got the injectors plugged in, fairly certain all of them. Yep, I got the coil packs plugged back in, O2's plugged back in, vacuum lines are back in, throttle body's back in, everything's back in. This is what I ended up doing. You're not gonna be able to see anything. The regulator is there, which I got a set base pressure still. I got that just returning for the filter and everything. Some quantum fittings on the quick connects like I said before. Yeah, so let's go ahead and hop in. I threw in a couple gallons of 92. Oh, I'm trying to do, I got a laptop in one hand, I got my pen in one hand, I got everything. Okay. Let's go like this. Plug in HP tuners. Oh, you know what? What I should definitely do is, before I do anything, I'm gonna turn on my phone as my flashlight. And let's just prime this thing a few times and make sure that it's not going to leak a bunch of fuel. Because that would suck big time. So let's see. Just primed it like 3 times. I don't see anything spraying out of anywhere. What is that? 20, 40 psi. Turn it, I think that way, up a little bit. I don't got my tripod right now, so I'm holding you guys and doing all this, which is just making it so much more. I don't see any leaks. I did get a subscriber to tell me that that's my blend door clicking, which is rad because now I know, and I will be fixing that in here. And I guess that means we're going to write this calibration. see here. It's not gonna want to focus. Oh, it is. Check it out. Okay. The Envoy E 80E newest tune. God, I'm so nervous. I'm really fuel system stuff always freaks me out. I'm worried I'll burn the truck down somehow or something like that. So this is still my tune, just with some Snake Eater Performance 1000 data copied over from another tune on the cabinet. So wideband. Okay, the tune is completed. So key off. Let's sit for a second, key back on, and see, I guess, if it will start. It's really rich right now. But I know, oh, is it clearing out? Really rich. Up though. Stoked on that. Hey, leaning out. I'm gonna check and make sure that I have the coil packs plugged in while I breathe here. So I'll get back to you guys in a second. So, as this thing is idling away, I'm letting it warm up just a little bit, checking for leaks and stuff. We are idling more rich than I want to be, a lot more rich than I want to be, but for right now, that's okay. This thing is terribly loud. I do have the fuel pressure set a little bit higher. I gotta do some Googling and make sure I know, fix the screen, where I'm supposed to be there, but check it out. Come on, focus. That is Snake Eater Performance 1000s, a Wally 450 dropped in the tank now. Man, we're ready for power. We're ready for big power. And what better time than it to be winter and me to have a two-wheel drive truck. Whatever. Well, we're gonna end the video here. I'm gonna probably have a bunch of neighbors who hate me now. It's about 9 o'clock at night and that thing is loud as. And I have a mess to clean up everywhere from that monstrosity of a struggle street right there where everything just went wrong and kicked my butt. But like I said, we'll let you guys go here. Average Joe Builds. Don't forget to, oh, where is it? Don't forget to enter the giveaway for the hydro or staging brake if you wanted to use it as that for drag racers and whatever you wanted to do. You can get it for free. Just remember, share, like, comment, subscribe. Let your friends know. We're trying to go places here. Average Joe Builds out.